ecological issues. They affect us all. And so, tonight on Second Nature, we'll be recycling some old nature footage.
Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Oh, it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call on me, brother, if you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on.
Let the day ride.
let's start the fucking show, eh?
You're going to jail.
I will never leave YouTube.
I don't give a fuck about the fucking law. I'll beat your ass.
Don't come to my channel again. You will be banned.
I'll beat your ass.
You officially entered the wet panty zone.
Folks. All right, let's move on over here, folks. How you doing tonight? It's Thursday once again, and I've held out for this stream because stuff's been coming out lately in drips and drabs, but stuff has been happening. I forgot to start up my bot here. Give me a moment, folks. It's a one-man show. All right. And we'll get that cooking. So, yeah, and but we got a tight little show it is. I mean, we can all predict how long it's going to be. It's going to be probably around the 2-hour mark. It's, you know, but we got lots of, like I said, drips and drabs. Of course, we got Rev and Shanny. They're doing the buff weeb thing again. And, to be honest, I haven't been keeping up with Rev and Shanny in general. And the whole buff weeb situation. I don't know what's going on tonight or whatever, but I know they had a bit of a meltdown and, Shanny about the cancer faking and stuff. So, you know, to respect Buff Weeb, because he has a problem with people restreaming and doing whatever, and I understand it. It's not a big deal. We're going to listen to a bit of the audio. We're definitely going to listen to a bit of the audio. Plus, we have some other recaps with Rev and Shanny via Fat Photog. Thank you, Fat Photog. And we're going to catch up with that. And then we got lots of on clips. We got, and courtesy again of Fat Photog and Todd Malakote. Thank you very much to both of you for capturing this stuff. We got a little bit of Targeted Citizen. We got emo on a conspiracy rant. We're just going to skim through a little bit of that just for a little diversity, just to cleanse our palate, keep things clean. You know what I'm saying, folks? But, yeah, it's going to be a tight little show. I think you're going to enjoy it. So get your drinks, get your snacks, get all your stuff together. Man, it's been warming up around here. I don't know about where you, I think I'm going to have to put the air conditioner in. I think we're almost at that point, folks. I'm going to have to put the air conditioner in and get it pumping here pretty shortly. It's feeling some kind of way. Anyways, folks, I don't want to waste any time. I'm going to get right into it, and I want to set the tone. This is a favorite. It just keeps coming back, folks. And I think I got to get some new Vaughn karaoke in my folder. I think I'll run through these like 3 times. But anyways, this is a classic, folks. So let's set the tone with this right now, right here, folks. Thanks for joining. Thumbs it up. Here we go, folks.
In the beginning, back in 1955, man didn't know about a rock and roll show, all that jive. The white man had the smarts, the black man had the blues. No one knew what they was gonna do, but Tchaikovsky had the news. He said, let there be sound. There was sound. Let there be lights. There was lights. Let there be drums. There was drums. Let there be guitar. And there was guitar. Ow! Let there be rock.
You know, looking back, folks, this right here, what you're watching right now, right here, right now, this is the pinnacle of Von Helton. This right here, he is living his best life. Wife and kids gone. He's got the trailer. He's got all day and night to do whatever the hell he wants. Ma's still footing the bills. Vaughn was living in his golden era, and he didn't even know it. This is the peak. This is the apex of Von Helton's life right here. This era of Von Helton. In his own weird way, he was on top of the world, folks.
Came to pass that rock and roll was born. All across the land, every rockin' band was blowing up a storm. And Guitar Man got famous, the businessman got rich, and every bar was a superstar with a 7-year itch. There were 15 million fingers learning how to play, and you could hear the fingers ticking. And this is what they had to say. Let there be light, sound, drums, and guitars. Ow, let there be rock. One night in a club called the Shakin' Hand, there was a 42 decibel rockin' band. And the music was good and the music was loud. And the singer turned and he said to the crowd, "I'll let there be rock." He did. I saw him. I saw him do it. I'm bugged out. Who the fuck are you? Neil deGrasse Tyson ain't got nothing on this. No. Thank you very much. We'll be here all night. No money. No money. No more money. No even more money.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey guys, it's me. When I tell you guys, when you're a targeted individual, it might as well be a curse. It might as
At Street Doc 936 donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Before things get started, you are a drummer, Canadian and a Rush fan, so what do you think?
I cut off. Are you talking about Annika Niles? And they just did their first show in LA. Yeah, I mean, she was already a top level high rate drummer. Played with Jeff Beck. I was aware of her. She was on my drummer radar. And there's a lot of pressure. I mean, a lot of pressure. There's not too many bands where the fans who don't play drums can air drum all the parts, right? And a lot of pressure on whoever takes it. And I think it was a good decision that Rush... I thought like someone like Mike Portnoy or whatever would be a shoe-in because they're already that style of drummer and they've already played Rush songs. But I think it's cool that they give someone who is a relative unknown to the masses like this is going to launch her career. Like she already had a good career like in the music industry, but now she's going to be like, unknown name, right? So, no, and I saw her performance. Consider this too. It's not just learning the parts because there's a lot of people can learn the parts and play it. It's not that Neil Peart was great, but, it's not like it's the most technical in the world or anything, but you got to remember he was like 6 foot something, 3 or 4, like 200 and some pounds, right? And she's like 130-pound woman. And I'm just talking about the weight, like the physicality of playing a show like that night after night. And she's used to playing more freestyle, like rock and stuff, but a little more laid back. Like you can see her coming off the drum seat sometimes, giving it the power. And I saw an interview with her. She purposely went with Babinga wood for the tour because it booms more and has more oomph to it. Because that's something you got to consider. Like she's got to do that for a whole show. And she's trying to mimic the parts of it, like a 6'4", 225-pound guy that have been playing the parts with precision for years, right? So all in all, that's my drummer rant about it. Yeah, I think she's great. I think she's a great drummer. I think she'll, be interesting to see her after like a month or so touring this stuff, one of the last shows. I think they will be a well-oiled machine, folks. Anyways, moving on.
well be a curse, a literal curse, because there's nothing that you will do to succeed. Nothing you can do to succeed. Nothing. I put windows in my house. It's a difficult project when you're by yourself. Difficult project when you're by yourself and up off the ground. It's a difficult project when you work between metal and you have to work with wood at the same time. But when I go to the store and I get caulk to seal up my windows, and I buy the caulk that I need, and after 3 days, it's still liquid. Could anyone explain to me how 100% silicone waterproof caulking is liquid after 3 days? Anybody want to explain that to me? Look at this. All that is silicone caulk. Liquid silicone caulk. That, when it started to rain, it is raining more in my house now than it is outside, because 100% silicone caulk for me is liquid. It never dried. Never. Look. Never dries. Look. It's just liquid. It deteriorates when you squeeze it. Every day is defeat. Every day of my life is defeat. And I'm honestly tired of the small victories, because the small victories give me hope. And I am so sick of hope. And if you guys have ever, you watch these nightmare stories on like Lifetime and E Magazine on TV where these families, they're well off and they save money up, and it's a young family and they're going to build their first home and life's going to be great. They got all the money in the world to build a first home, and then it's just a nightmare because their contractors screw them or stuff just gets screwed up. You want to know something that's worse than that? Imagine trying to build a house with no money. Imagine trying to build a house where all your resources has been stolen. All your resources have been vandalized. Everything you have and own is destroyed. And you're expected to keep water out of your freaking house. Literally, I'm to the point of utter failure. I spent a long time in my place without cutting any holes in the walls. I said, at least if there's no holes in the walls, I ain't got to worry about a goddamn leak. So for 7 months, I lived in my place without windows at all. No windows, one freaking door. And I had no leaks. But the minute I try to make it nice to bring my family home and put windows in so there's light, now everything.
At JSkull75 donated $5 through Super Chat. Can you imagine having to be under this twat? And seeing that face look down on you, night after night? Face vomiting.
Yeah, good. Why'd you do that to me? I can imagine being a woman, just some sweat dripping off it, smelling like dirt.
Freaking leaks. I've got a shower running down my goddamn back, my bed. I got a bedroom wall that's just freaking soaked. That's water's pouring in. I got a bathroom wall, water's pouring in. And I'm not talking about one tube of caulk. I'm talking about 2 and 3 different kinds, different brands of caulk. And they're all like somebody just sprayed some chemical on it and made it liquidate. It's the most bizarre. And I don't have $1 to my name. When the gas runs out, this place ceases to exist. Had a brawl this week with my daughters. They say how much they love me and how much they care. Yet they'll protect the woman that destroyed our house. My youngest daughter, my ex-wife, OD'd. Died in front of her 3 separate times. But my daughter's loyalty to their mother is never ending. I have been trying for 8 months now. 8 months I have been trying to get them to help me serve her, to give her the subpoena for divorce. And they absolutely play dumb. I don't know where she lives. I don't know the address. I don't know where she's at. I know it's somewhere over there, but I don't know. Oh, I know you want your divorce, Dad, and you deserve it, but you know, I don't know where she's at. They go to her house all the time, but they don't know where it's at. So, luckily for me, my daughter's boyfriend gave me an idea where it was. So I got on Google and I started searching just the color of it. I let AI, because AI, I might as well get the good out of it before it kills us all. So I Googled exactly what it looked like and exactly kind of where it was. And AI told me the apartments. So I get on the phone and said, listen, man, I'm going to head over there. I'm driving over there, and can I take pictures of it, and will you tell me which one's hers? He said, sure, man, you deserve it. You deserve to be out of this. He said, I don't know why your daughters won't help you. I don't understand why they will not help you. So I go over there and I take pictures. Is this it? Are you sure it's it? Is it what floor? What number? I said, are you sure? Are you absolutely positive? Yes, I'm positive, man. Cool. So I go, and I didn't want to send the cops on a wild goose chase. So I just take the picture, because this is before I knew the extent that my daughters were going to hide their mother from me. I don't know if she's told them that if I find out where she lives, the cops are going to come arrest her to serve a subpoena. I don't know if my daughters think that a subpoena means a warrant. I don't know if that's what they think, but the way they talk, they act like they act like if I get a subpoena for her arrest, or I get a subpoena for her to show up in divorce court, that she's going to be arrested. I don't know. That's the only thing I can figure, that my insane dopehead ex-wife is telling them, well, I'll be arrested. I'll be arrested. Now, granted this, when the sheriff went over there 9 months ago and talked to the property manager, said, there's no one here by that name. So she's got an apartment that's not even in her name. How do you do that? Well, when you're a government fucking agent, you can do that. When you're a rat for the federal government, when you're a gang stalker, the government will put an apartment in their name. So, on my way, and I text my daughter just the picture of the apartment complex. And my daughter texts me back in capital letters, WTF. Well, she kind of told me right then, didn't she? I said, what are you talking about? I said, is this what your mother's apartments look like? You don't need to bring me in your marriage. I'm like, what? So it just became a whole thing. She calls my other daughter, and my other daughter gets off work, goes home, and just verbally attacks her boyfriend, the father of my grandson. I'm on the phone with him, and she's going off, you mother effer, blah, blah, blah. Why would you tell him where my mother lives, blah, 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 blah. Just calling him the most worthless person in the world because he dared to give me, he didn't even give me the address. He told me where they were. Didn't give me the address. So they all are mad as hell that I put an address on a piece of paper to get my ex-wife served. I went down to Catawba County to get her served at the place she works 1 day a week. Her cover story. My ex-best friend who was screwing her for years. I wonder how all my stories kept getting back to him. I had no idea. I would go tell him things about the things I'd done for the weekend. And then on Monday comes around after I talked to him on Friday. Boom, my ex-wife knows everything. Well, she was blowing him, and he's a Baptist man. He does on the missionary trips, and he's got last time I heard he had 2 different apartments keeping freaking whores in. Christian. I'd love to go to his wife, but she wouldn't believe me, and she likes that money too well. He's got a big, huge place down on Lake Norman. Just a corrupt man. Smile and God this and God that, and just oh yeah, God, we're a Baptist missionary, and we'll do all these things to help. You let a goddamn stray cat come around, and he'll be all over top of it. So my daughters go off on me because I'm trying to get my divorce finalized. This is the most bizarre crap I've ever seen. Besides everything else I've got going on. I wake up and my wedding ring disappeared from my finger. Just gone. So here I am, pouring down rain. It's supposed to rain. It's been raining for a week solid. It's completely flooded in North Carolina. And I've got 2 windows that's just letting more rain in the goddamn house than what's falling on the ground. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I don't have a dime to my name. Party's about over, folks. And how are you supposed to speak positive over your life? How are you supposed to speak positive when every day you're kicked in the teeth, you taste your own blood, and you're defeated every single day? Every day is defeat for me. No matter what. I can hide out in my house and do nothing and not even leave. And the internet will just go out. I mean, it is never a decent day. It's always crushing defeat. Always. And I just can't stay home and save money because when I'm home, there's got to be gas in the freaking generator to keep what little bit of food I have cold. Are we in the period of time of Satan's 1,000-year reign? Is that where we're at? I keep hearing all these things about young kids having visions of Jesus coming back, and I'm just like, Lord, please, just give me something. Just give me something. And right now, the last thing I want really is hope, because hope has made me suffer for 51 years. I have suffered 51 years being a targeted individual. Oh yeah, by the way, folks, I was informed by my daughter that I have RH blood. if you're a targeted individual, then you know that the majority of targeted individuals have Rh blood. I also learned today that Dr. Robert Duncan died. I don't know if he died in the last 6 months or today or yesterday. I don't know. He's dead. So the man that helped create this technology that came out to be a whistleblower, they finally killed him too. It's a genocide for innocent Americans like me and targeted individuals around the world. We're being slaughtered en masse, and all the people can say is, he's crazy. Oh, he was just depressed. He talked about dying for years. He was just depressed. You know, he had them voices in his head. I just go back to that verse in the Bible where Jesus says, my God, why have you forsaken me?
We'll be right back after these messages.
All right, y'all, let's discuss something that I've been seeing here lately on the advertisements on your mobile device. It's called Finello. All right, and what Finello does is Finello is an introduction to the stock market and crypto trading. All right. And the gist of the ad is, oh, give us $20 and we will give you an AI bot, and that AI bot will get on the stock market and Dow Jones and crypto trading, and it'll start trading like gangbusters, and you're just going to make a shit ton of money. And you know, that's the sell, right? Well, the problem is that reality is far from that. All right, and it's starting to rain again, so I'm gonna shut my door. But it starts. Sharpie, you don't need to photobomb my live show or my video. But it sounds nice. You know, give them $20, and they will get you started training, and you know, and it sounds like you're gonna make a shit ton of money. The problem is that you don't make no money, not a dime. It's for educational purposes only. You don't make any real money. It's not hooked to your bank. It's not hooked into real stock market apparatus, if you will. It's just strictly for show. It's strictly educational. And the nice thing is, nice for them, bad for you. But the nice thing is that when you give them your initial $20, what happens is that you're automatically enrolled in a subscription for $60 a month. Oops. And they don't tell you that in the ad now, do they? No, they don't. They just say, oh, just give me $20 and I'll have you trading like a pro. Folks, as somebody that has accurately predicted stocks and bonds in the past, stay the fuck away from this. If you really want to get into the stock market, go get a lecture series, take some night courses, something that legit is going to, get you into it legitimately and get you on the right footing, because Finello is not it. Finello is a joke. Finello is a scam. Okay, you learned some shit, and so therefore justifying the initial $20. But what about that $60 setup you're signed on to, where you got to pay them $60 every month? Well, see, that it's not, the learning that you get is not justified by the amount of money you're paying. Let's put it that way. So, in any event, I wanted to get on here because I'm seeing this ad over and over and over. Yeah, man, for $20 you can get on and trade stocks. And well, it's not really trading. You're not really trading. It's just for educational purposes only. You're not really trading stocks. It's not really attached to your bank or it's not really attached to any other financial or legal contraption. Let's use that fancy word. But anyways, I thought I'd get on here because, I'm seeing that ad quite a bit. And, it's that old adage. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Right? This is a classic example of that. Okay, so steer clear of Finello. Don't waste your $20. You want to do something with that $20, put it in your gas tank. That's what I do with my $20. Okay? So this has been a free PSA from your conservative voice on TikTok. Bye, y'all.
We'll be right back after these messages.
90% of what I do is just stuff to entertain now. And my wife is the same.
But it's like I was getting sick and no one fucking cared. I'm so fucking lean and I've been smoking. Want to keep me down and never have me have anything. What do? You fucking consume it your whole day.
I want this really known that most of what I do
is performance art.
So don't come here looking for serious shit.
Ow! Ow!
I'm gonna go down to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Alright, what's up, folks? So, here's the dealio. I saw the post. Someone gave me the post about Gary on what was said about his past. That he beat the shit out of his daughter until she's permanently brainwashed, and he blamed it on his mental illness and got off and went to the mental ward for 5 years. Apparently this is a person that knows G and his family. This is what I know. A long time ago, before me and Jason got together, Gary told me that he was married. I didn't know if he had kids or not. I've always heard rumors that he had kids, right? But a long time ago, when our Facebooks were connected, our Facebooks are no longer connected, but when they were, there was this white woman called something more, right? And it looked like there was a girl and a boy. It was directly connected to G-Man's account, and they looked exactly like G-Man. So I figured that is his daughter that I saw. I think he has a son too. That's what I know, but I didn't know he told us that he spent 3 years in a mental institute. He didn't explain why he spent 3 years in a mental institute. If he gave his daughter permanently brain damage because he beat the shit out of her, yeah, I could see that. Why he would spend so much time in the mental facility. I believe he is capable of said things. The fact that he stalks and he puts out violent threats onto people. And it's very disturbing hearing from this and hearing about it. I don't know exactly the details of everything. I do know he was married in the past. He admitted that. He admitted he was in the mental facility for over 3 years. It could have been 5. I don't know. Maybe he just lightened it so it doesn't sound as extreme. Oh yeah, it is a beautiful day. The wind is beautiful. The sky is beautiful. Yeah, apparently he lost his driver's license because of that. That's why he doesn't drive and he bikes and walks everywhere. You don't want him to come and try to hurt me for telling the truth? Oh, he won't hurt me. He won't hurt. I'm not where he thinks I am anyway. Does he live in his sister's basement and repair bikes? I would assume probably 3-year mental health stays. Yeah. I was in for 2 months. So I can understand. Oh my God, 3 years. Jesus, that's a horrible, no. But if he's violent, yeah, I could see why. And he is violent in his language. G-Man got stabbed coming to her tent. No, he didn't come to her tent. Are we in harm and hiding from someone abusive? Well, Currently, there's this guy with a machete that has everyone's head on a plank. There's that. He's trying to get out being sued. Maybe. You know, he doesn't really have anything, so I don't know what Miss Hussey's gonna sue him for. Maybe, like, put a restraining order on him, which is actually smart. Do that, Miss Hussey. Get a restraining order on his ass. He won't be able to come 1,000 feet to your home or something, or even in the area. But we are doing our best right now to, you know, get ourselves facilitated in a better situation. I'm going to have to go down to the site soon and grab some stuff. Tonight, we're going to be off the streets, which is awesome. And we'll be on Buff Weeb's channel again. You know, and it's worth it. I need to take a shower, and, you know, I want to get my clothes washed, and, you know. Yeah, happy Pride Month, Rick. Happy Pride Month. You know, it's a good start for a Pride Month, I think, honestly. You know, I've had a lot of fun here. Last night, we had a bunch of fucking steak, which is awesome. One of our friends that lives on the site, he just got a ton of fucking steak and ribs and shit, and he barbecued it right on the fire with this amazing, it's this dry rub that is a prime rib thing. Oh my god, it was so fucking good. Von Helton has a new pregnant girlfriend. Did he get her pregnant? But it'll be nice to get off the ground and not sleeping on fucking rocks and be in a nice comfy bed. That definitely would be worth it for everyone, because all of us are probably going to be leaving to get off the streets around the same time. All of us. You know, Richard, or the vampire and his girlfriend, they are getting a place soon. And we are getting a place soon, so thank you, Christina. I'm in all black, though, man. I'm just, you know, it's warm. It's almost summer, so where have I been? I've been... Say Rick's full name. Rick Tulich. Okay. But, yeah, Potato, 3 years in a mental facility. That's what he admitted. Now, in the message it said he was 5 years in a mental facility. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if any of this is true, what I said. But this is what I've been told. Oh, I know, Christina. I'm so excited over our next journey that we're taking. You know, who's in a 3-year hold? G-Man was in a 3-year hold for apparently beating the shit out of his daughter so much that she has a traumatic brain injury. And he lost all rights to her, and he's not even allowed to go near her. So I figure there's a protection order that's been going on for the last few years, or 10, 12 years. Hello, Richard. Anyway, I gotta get going. I gotta get down to the site, get some of our stuff, and then head back to get an Uber. The weather's beautiful. Yeah, there's Jason, and yeah, okay, so I'm taking off going down to the camp, but yeah, that's basically all I know about what's going on with G-Man. But our camp don't like him, and if he comes near it, he's gonna get his ass kicked, just straightforward. So, yeah, we're homeless. Do you have anything to say about what you heard about G-Man?
Do I have anything to say about what I heard about G-Man?
About him beating the shit out of his daughter for traumatic brain injury.
Well, I have no way to know if any of that's true, so what would I say about it other than I don't know if
well,
it's
if it is
not.
true, what do you know about G-Man is more important.
What I know about G-Man is that he spent 4 years in a mental institution for some reason. That's the only thing that he ever really told me about himself, his past. That's all I know. I don't know anything else.
This is why he hides his past.
Yeah, but he said he had a life before he was a Christian and he was a player and blah, 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 blah. I honestly didn't care enough to go into any details with him about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The new stuff that's come out very well could be true. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have a clue.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I have
so
to say.
that's all he knows. This is all I know. Yeah, being put away that long, he must have done something major. Yeah, exactly. Why was he homeless? We don't know why he was homeless, actually. The excuse was at the time that Dragnet made him lose his job, which it wasn't true. He never lost that job. And, you know, he became homeless like that. That's the excuse he gave. But the real reason, I don't know.
Don't have a clue.
Dude's a liar and a charlatan.
You can't trust what he says, so.
No.
How can you give answers to stuff when he's probably a lot of the time lying about shit?
Yeah.
So how can you know for sure?
Anyway, we got to get our stuff, so I'll check you out. I'll see you guys. On the flip side, like I said, go to Buff Weebs. When we met her, she seemed like an alright person,
Fine,
but
yeah.
she's gonna stick up for her man.
G-Man,
regardless of how fucking nutty he is.
Trying to say that I was flirting with Sorry, no. Like, I'm not, well, you can have that, dude. I'm not into that at all.
Alright. Shanny signing off. I'll see you guys soon.
Bro. We'll be right back after these messages.
And now a public service announcement.
Are you fucking serious? 10 pizzas?
Yeah, 10 pizzas.
Yeah. Do you fucking realize how many homeless people 10 pizzas could feed? That you're wasting food, Do you realize that? Then they wonder why when they go out to dinner, they bitch that the restaurant is so expensive. That's why, because you're wasting the restaurant's fucking money, and you're wasting the restaurant's fucking profit, doing shit like that. Do you realize how many homeless veterans 10 fucking pizzas could feed, asshole? You know what, Carl? You're a fucking You need your face knocked out of your fucking head, and you need your hands broke, so you can't fucking type. That's what you need, No, but that's a waste of food. Do you realize how many and they gotta throw it in the garbage can every time you waste that fucking food. They can't resell it to another fucking human being. It goes in the goddamn garbage can. Do you realize how many homeless fucking you can feed with that? You're a liar, Houston. You're a liar. Now maybe come to Houston and pass your fucking faces. Houston, I'll come to fucking Houston. I'll kill you, you motherfucker. I'll kill you. Kiss my cock. Where you're gonna buy ballroom. Why don't you give me a brand new 2026 Dodge Ram 1500 fully loaded, fully equipped? You don't want my Dodge on the road, motherfucker? Then give me a new one, asshole. Take all the money you're using to buy this fucking ballroom and give me a new fucking truck. That's what I say, dumb Don. This is what I think of you, fucking the indigent over that can't afford new cars. I'll bet you 99% of those cars that were destroyed, unjustly destroyed during the Obama administration would still be on the road running today. But no, the government doesn't want the poor people and the indigent to have transportation. This is just another slap in the face to the poor people. So you don't like the poor people driving around in fucking clunkers? You want to take all the old fucking cars off the street, motherfucker? Then fuck your ballroom, Donald Trump, and give me a brand new 2027 Dodge fucking Ram. I'll take one in pink this time because the last 3 trucks I had were white. And I'm tired of driving a white truck. So I'll take one in bright pink. Okay? Bright fucking pink. Where do I sign to get my free truck, Donald Trump? Done. Because all you bureaucrats don't want the indigent people driving around in old cars, right? Knowing that we can't go out and afford a brand new 2027 car, asshole. And you know this, dumb Don. So why don't you want my old 13-year-old truck off the road, faggot? Give me a brand new one, dumb Don. I'll take a brand new one, pink. I want a pink one with black rims, pink and black rims, black interior, black rims, and pink. Where do I sign, bitch? Where do I sign to get my 2027 truck, asshole? Biatch. Because Cash for Clunkers was a big fuck you to the indigent and poor people of this country. And 90% of those cars that Obama took from people would probably still be on the road today. Yeah. So all you fucking senators and all you fucking morons on Capitol Hill, you don't want emo driving a 13 plus old truck? Then give me a new one, bitch. Fuck your ballroom. Instead of giving the poor people stimulus checks like you did in 2020, give everybody brand new cars. Yeah. Better yet, why don't you become like Adolf Hitler, dumb Don, and create a VW, a Volkswagen, and make them cheap where everybody in Germany at the time, when you created Volkswagen, was able to have one in the country, including the Jews, including the poor people. Matter of fact, the White House has bailed the big 3 automotive makers out several times. You want the old fucking cars off the road? Make GM and Ford and fucking Dodge come up with a new car, the people's car, for the poor people, like Adolf Hitler did in Germany with the Volkswagen. Oh, where's the money? Where's the money gonna come to give all these poor people cars? You wanna know where it's gonna come from, asshole? Your motherfucking ballroom project. That's where it's gonna come from, scumbag. Your motherfucking ballroom project that we don't fucking need. Yeah. That's where it's gonna come from, dumb Don. You know, I'll admit I voted for that moron in 2016. I voted for that asshole in the last election because I didn't want a cunt president. And if that makes me a misogynist because I didn't want a cunt as a president.
It seems to me, I think Emo's a little salty at Trump again. And I mean, you get what you pay for, Emo. I don't know what to tell you. We're not going to watch too much more of this. I just wanted to check in on the little fella, make sure he's doing all right.
But he wasn't even in the office 10 fucking days, and he started shitting all over the gay people. Yeah. Now I fucking loathe that I voted for that asshole. The way he's kicking everybody off of Social Security. The way he's kicking everybody off of Medicaid. So they can build a fucking ballroom. And starting junkyard fires. Because they don't want the indigent and the poor people to buy to drive shit boxes. Well, if you don't want the indigent and the poor people to drive fucking shit boxes, then why don't you do what Adolf Hitler did and come up with the people's car movement? Because Adolf Hitler, when he did the people's car movement, that was a good thing. When he came up with the people's car movement and everybody in the country who was dirt poor was able to buy a fucking Volkswagen, that was one of the best things that fucking Adolf Hitler did. We all know the worst thing that he did. When he annihilated a certain race. That was the worst thing he did. So you want poor Americans to stop driving shit boxes, dumb done? Then why don't you do what Hitler did? And make one of these big three automakers come up with a fucking car that's so fucking dirt poor, a homeless person could buy one. Yeah. And give everybody brand new 27 and 28 and 2028 year car. I'll take mine a bright pink, motherfucker. Bright fucking pink.
That couldn't be it, right? Like, that's just too smart a thinker, right? That's conspiracy thinking, right? This is just an accident, right? No coincidences, right? And it's something I bet you didn't know. This is the 12th junkyard in 6 weeks to mysteriously burn it.
Yeah, the 12th junkyard in 12 weeks to mysteriously burn to the ground. Because they don't want you to continue driving your shit box if you're a poor person. Ain't that nice? Ain't that fucking nice?
Now, let me ask you a question. If you were about to take off all of the older vehicles that are on the road, and you didn't want anybody to find parts, if you were about to say, you know what, we don't want all these older vehicles on our roads anymore. We're going to put new mandates. We're going to make you buy cars with sensors. We're going to do all this stuff. But how do we stop people from continuing to keep their old cars? Maybe burn all the junkyards? No, that couldn't be it, right? Like, that's just too smart a thinker, right? That's conspiracy, right?
No, that conspiracy thinking is sometimes the truth thinking. Sometimes conspiracy thinking is the truth thinking. I'll say it one more time. Sometimes conspiracy thinking is the truth thinking. Yeah, they're doing it deliberately so people can't buy thoughts. So if you continue to hear about junkyard fires, and let's talk about, because description was to be killed. You are and what you're doing up to 1 inch from where you're fucking sitting. Here comes the letter in the mail from the judge saying, all right, on 26th of November, you got to go to court because your vehicle routed you out there. You were doing 100 and a 55. Then the next day, you open up another letter. I know this is paper towel, but I'm using this as an analogy. And you hold the letter in your hand, and it says, "Dear Geico customer, we are informing you that your insurance, instead of being $250 a month, your insurance premium will now be $680 a month. The reason why we are raising your insurance to such a high amount is because the sensors in your vehicle alerted us to your driving habits. And now you are a high risk for accidents. So now you're going to pay more money for insurance because the vehicle basically went, "Hey, Steve Farr, do you know what Justin did?" Yeah. And if you don't think you can get letters like that in the future, you're sadly mistaken. When it came to paying bills, he didn't like paying bills. He didn't like dealing with it. So he would come home from work and give his paycheck to his sixth wife and have his sixth wife pay all of his fucking bills. Well, the sixth wife got tired of my father's fucking shit, and instead of paying the fucking bills, she started pocketing the money. The money that he gave her for the mortgage, the money that he gave her for the fucking registrations, the money he gave for his insurance. She wasn't home during the daytime, so she hid all the fucking mail. He had no idea what was going on. He comes home from work one night. His sixth wife is gone. The house is boarded up, and it has been auctioned off because it was foreclosed. My father had no fucking idea that it was fucking foreclosed. Then his sixth wife didn't pay his car insurance for almost 2 fucking years. So that means over 2 fucking years my dad was driving around with a suspended registration, and he didn't fucking know it. In my life. But of course, because of my grandmother's funeral, I ran into him. Still getting together this weekend. You still want me to come down? And then my father was like, don't bother coming down. I'm getting married. But what we didn't know is because me and my mother were living in Rhode Island at the time. The whole time my mother was, seeing him and being fucking close to him. He was fucking the lady down the street. Yeah, he was 2-timing my mother again. So then he married the 7th one. And he was married to the 7th one for 10 years, and then he fucking croaked. But yeah, he went through that bullshit where he didn't turn his fucking license plates in time. And they fucking nailed him for it. I mean, they threw the book at him for that shit. Belt. If you buy a brand new fucking Peterbilt, the Peterbilt is drivers on YouTube that are driving trucks older than 2000 coming down a snowy fucking hill. I love bringing you guys to conspiracy theories. I love it when I can bring you shit like this. Now, it might sound like a big bunch of rambling and mumbo jumbo and all that shit, but hey, it was just my opinion. I thought I would share it with you. So as always, if you can't speak freely, you're simply not free. And as always, take care of yourself. Stay safe, be well, take care of yourself and each other. Show's over. Wolf is tired. See ya.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Alright, my video went poof for some reason, so let's try this again. Morning coffee, your morning conservative voice here on TikTok. James Paul Von Helden, master of the mystic arts, sorcerer supreme, hurricane destroyer, and part-time demon slayer. I am back again to regale you with yet more useless information that's supposed to drive your imagination. Anyways, I just got a smashing idea that, damn, there goes a Ford Escape, just like mine, but red. Interesting. Anyways, got a smashing idea this morning, because I get these messages. Well, get on Zangy, or get on Telegram. Telegram's the big one. Get on Telegram. But I can't. I don't have a working phone or a working text. So I've got a smashing idea for y'all this morning. You're gonna love it, because it's pure genius. All right, you ready for this? Here we go. Okay, what you got to do is you call up T-Mobile, all right, and you say, I want to pay James Paul Von Helden's T-Mobile bill. And they'll say, absolutely you can. Pay his bill. And then when you pay my T-Mobile bill, then I'll have a working phone and working text. And then I can get Telegram. I can get Signal. I can get WhatsApp again. I can get all these things again because I'll have a working phone and working text. So all you got to do is call T-Mobile and say, hey, I want to pay James Paul Von Helden's T-Mobile bill. That's all you got to do. Piece of cake. Just say, I want to pay his bill. And then when you pay my T-Mobile bill, I'll have a working phone and working text. And then I can get Telegram. I can get Signal. I can get all these things you say I need. Okay? Isn't that a stellar idea? Isn't that just fucking awesome for early this morning here in the United States? Isn't that a great idea? That's a smashing idea. I'm sitting there and I had an epiphany this morning. Right? I had an epiphany this morning. Hey, I'll just have them pay my T-Mobile bill and then I'll be able to get Telegram. Right? Because I get all these people. You got to get on Telegram. You got to get on Telegram. Okay, great. Pay my T-Mobile bill. Or maybe a group of you can get together and pay my T-Mobile bill. Then I'll get Telegram. I'll install it. I'll go through the codes and all that good shit and get it installed. And then I'll join you on Telegram. I'll be more than happy to. All you got to do is pay my bill. But yeah, you just call up T-Mobile and say, hey, I want to pay James Paul Von Helden's T-Mobile bill. And they'll say, sure, you can pay it. And then you just give them the money. And then my phone suddenly works again. My text will suddenly work again. And then bada boom, bada bing, we're off to the Camptown races. Right? And by the way, I saw my little chickadee this morning. It was a real chickadee. The bird. And he was hopping around this morning, and I'm like, oh, there's a little chickadee. Okay, so I can truly say I have seen my little chickadee. Because somebody said, you look a lot like W.C. Fields, which maybe, I don't know. But I can truly say I saw my little chickadee this morning, a little tiny bird called a chickadee, and he was hopping around this morning up there. And it's like, damn, I've really seen my little chickadee. So there you go. So trivia, right? Let's come alive with trivia. Anyways, I just thought I'd share because I can, and because I should, and because you matter. So there. So y'all have a wonderful day, and better tomorrow. Bye.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Let me do a quick little Bond rip for you, baby. Fucking. But anyway, Dick Weasel. Fucking. Yeah, you are. Fucking fuckers. Fucking shit. Fucking motherfucker. Fuck a virgin. Fuck a whore. Fuck them. Fuck you after you had your fucking affair. Motherfuckers. Fucking stepbrother. Did you tell your fucking audience that? Motherfucker. Fucking whore. What the fuck? Fucking working my ass off for you. Fucking motherfucker. Fucking true. Fucking, you stupid fuck.
I know what was going on in her head, and for some reason, she said the thing she said. It looks horrible.
You admit to me, Rev, that it looks like she faked cancer, even if...
All right, so we're gonna listen. Sorry if you hear the jets going over, folks. We're gonna listen to a little bit of the shit show that was over on this Buff Weebs thing. He's doing this, and listen, I get it. He's got a monetary thing attached to it. He doesn't want people streaming. He's doing a money thing. But we're going to listen to just a little smidgen of the audio where Shanny's been getting pushed on this cancer lie. And even Rev has to admit, yeah, I mean, Shanny, come on, Shan.
She didn't?
Yes, absolutely. And that's why I thought we came to this understanding.
The stream is me.
Run while you can. She has already ruined your life.
My
Stop
computer
believing
is
her lies.
dying because my computer is getting tired of the stench of Shanny and Rev. I'm pretty sure my computer disagrees with Shanny faking cancer and not being upset about it. I think my computer. Henry, did you these donations really quick?
Rev, you are either a blithering idiot type of Neve to Shanny's medical scams or you're in on them.
See, this is
Figure
just
out which
trying,
side you're on because her scams are going to land both in prison soon.
They already got that breakup arc, so that's over. They got that already.
Shanny tipped $6. Guys, I still have cancer. Blaze and Banter tipped $6. Shanny will always lie, and Jason, run while you can. She has already ruined your life. Stop believing her lies. Aim tipped $6, and they complain about a hostile audience while calling the audience stupid, lying to them, and trying to manipulate them. Sounds like she's mad people weren't stupid enough.
Huh?
$10. Guys, I still have cancer.
You guys say have sympathy for cancer, and you're making fun of cancer through a joke for me.
That's true.
How fucked up is that? You keep saying cancer. You don't think that's a trigger word? What's wrong with you?
They're going to throw back what is wrong with you for documenting it. And the only reason why they, Shanny, the only reason why they bought it, only reason about it,
what they're
the
doing
only
is
reason
intentional.
they know about
what
it.
I didn't do wasn't intentional.
Why did you document it? Why did you put it on video?
Trying to tell people what I was going through.
Then they have a right to critique you back for doing
it as
it.
therapy to get it off my head, what I'm thinking.
Shanny, if you were innocent, you wouldn't be getting so upset. Only liars get that upset.
I'm getting upset because this is ridiculous. You keep throwing.
It's ridiculous that you claim to have cancer for 3 years and you do not test for cancer for 3 years.
No, I do not do that. I said I was being tested for it.
For 3 years?
Yes.
That's now
I
that
don't
is.
go into doctors. It takes a long time for me to actually want to go to the next appointment.
Shanny, you're making yourself look more and more guilty. I would just click on the video so we can.
No, I'm not. You will have a goddamn show tonight. I'll ruin it on your ass.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I think
because this is bullshit at this point. It's okay for these people to make cancer jokes on my goddamn event. Speaking about because I was going through and tested for it.
You should have just said I fake cancer and I'm sorry.
About it.
You should have just said I fake cancer and I'm sorry.
No, I already did say that. I'm sorry I misspoke.
You see how you just said you
I'm
misspoke?
not gonna go in and I faked it intentionally.
Because it makes
Fuck
you look.
you for that.
Because it makes you look bad.
No, I'm not gonna say I said something intentionally when I didn't.
Because you makes you look bad, Shanny. You need to get over this, and you need to grow up, and you need to admit to your wrongdoings.
No, I don't. I'm admitting the truth. You can go for yourself.
I will.
You want shows? You want to continue shows? You want to continue making all this money off us?
No, I can stop right now.
Blaze
Call
and
your
Banter
bluff.
tipped $10.
Call your bluff.
Well, then leave this right now.
I don't care.
You do care to get this upset.
Then.
You were not. You thought you had.
Constantly thrown at me when this is not what was agreed to again tonight. You said this was going to be fun. This is not fun. This is
Team Kitty Zooms is back. Tipped $10. Just a quick question for Jason. Jason, did Ezzy have all of her teeth? Or did her mouth look like she was chewing on trash can lids?
Let me replay these so I can hear them really quick. I apologize for that, everybody. Give me 1 second. I got so much pleasure off that. You back?
I'm here, dude, yeah.
Yes. Nice to see you back. Could you turn your camera on? How you doing, Rev?
Not bad, Buff. Not bad. I gave my position on this, and I really do see it that way, Buff. I know what was going on in her head, and for some reason, she said the things she said. It looks horrible.
You admit to me, Rev, that it looks like she faked cancer, even if she didn't?
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And that's why I thought we came to this understanding yesterday that it's pretty clear what it looks like. Yeah.
We did fake cancer, even if she didn't?
Yes. The fact also remains, though, that we wasn't actively every day, Buff, going on her channel, going, I have cancer. You please donate to my PayPal to help me with my cancer.
I can only think that's true because I've never seen that.
Thank you. And I would have definitely known if that happened, Buff. So 100%. I would say it looks weird with the few clips that you got there, but it wasn't what they're trying to make it, which is literal scamming to make money. Your audience is
Well, even scamming just to get attention is bad enough. And, you know, she lied about having cancer. I mean,
these are all people that watch you. There's 730 people here, and only out of 100 of them.
Boundary pushing narcissists.
They're boundary pushing because you have pushed your own boundaries open, Shanny.
Have absolutely no goddamn soul, no goddamn empathy, no goddamn anything.
It seems like you don't have empathy for people.
I was going through this for years.
Yes, you were.
For years, I've been going through not knowing what's going on.
Because you did not want to go to the...
You just made a remark about having fibromyalgia made you say that you had cancer. Fibromyalgia is just pressure point pain. There's not a medical test for it. Shanny 2,988 tipped $10. I have cancer. Blaze N Banter tipped $10. STFU Shanny answer for your lies and manipulation. Team Kitty Dooms is back. Tipped $10. Just a quick question for Jason. Jason, did Ezzy have all of her teeth? Or did her mouth look like she was chewing on trash can lids? Shanny 2,988 tipped $10. I have cancer, I have cancer.
Intentionally.
If you didn't intentionally do it, why are you so upset?
Because I don't like being accused of things that I'm not guilty of.
People call me gay all the time in my Discord. I don't get mad about it because I don't like penis.
I don't give an awfully huge thing to go and accuse of someone.
This is only out there, Shanny, because you shared it at the end of the day.
Who cares? They can't move on with their lives. I'm not.
Would you like, are you going to, I'm going to ask you a question right now and you need to listen to me. Are you for, well, she hung up, so I'm going to end the tank today. Y'all literally just did this for half of what you made last time. Oh, I'm fine with it. I'm just warning them that they're losing. I don't know if you knew. They earned a lot of money, and I was making sure they got it.
Jason, can you set your butt in your ear?
Yeah, sure.
There you go.
All right, here we go.
Hey, there we go.
All right. All right. Okay. So you're just staying there?
All right.
Is that what you're doing? Like, what's your deal?
I don't know what I'm doing.
We'll be right back.
All right, there we are, folks.
Quit eating that soy boy shit. Come get some of that real beef down at Burger King, featuring
Burgers by the Bond.
We got all the special herbs,
Everybody loves them. Even the trolls want a burger by the Bond.
all the special spices. We even use our own grease for the hippies in the back.
Well, I'm cooking now, motherfuckers. So screw all you trolls.
Don't worry, we dispose of that shit proper like.
Object placement, object placement.
Burger King, clogging Hilton arteries since 1955.
Très magnifique, mon ami. Now, I don't recommend sticking your fucking nose in it and going... What's that? Alright, Joe. As I just posted, according to Google, 2 white butterflies showing up almost simultaneously is a very, very, very positive omen. And that happened to me today, earlier today, when it was still daylight outside. Obviously it's dark now. But that happened earlier today. I was taking Sharpie for a walk, and we went under this shaded area, let's say. And in the process, he wanted to use the bathroom. So while he's sitting there using the bathroom, here come these, not one, but two white butterflies. First, there was just one flitting around, and I thought, oh, I got my white butterfly back. But then another one, a second white butterfly shows up, and they start flitting around each other. And then one goes off, and then the other one sticks around for a little bit longer, and then he eventually leaves as well. So two white butterflies simultaneously. And as you just read from Google, it has a very, very, very powerful meaning behind it. And so, yeah. Interesting, is it not? And when is that soulmate supposed to arrive? Oh, not too much longer. What did I say? June or July? That the soulmate is supposed to show up? According to those guys that did the sketch, did the sketch. We'll see. But I mean, you read, I posted, and you read it for yourself, where Google says that two white butterflies is extremely powerful. It is an extremely powerful message. And so I'm very excited for that. That should be very nice. And there again, that leads into getting out of the rough patch and, getting all my shit restored and getting me financially secure so that I can be a blessing not only to others, but to the whole world. Folks, you cannot be a blessing to the whole world living in your car. Okay? I think I'm safe in saying that one. All right, so obviously something has to happen to get me out of this car so that I can be a blessing to the whole world. You have a great and glorious You have a great and glorious shit, now I forgot how it was said. You have a great and glorious future that'll be a benefit to all of mankind. You have a great and glorious future that'll be a benefit to all mankind. Okay, well, you can't do that poor. You can't do that living in a car. You can't do that without shit tons of money, especially these days. Let's see, the average rent is what? $2,000 to $3,000? And the average home is what? $1.5 million, $2 million? So is $1,000 anything today? No. Is $1 million anything today? No. Folks, I've been all up and down Interstate 40. I've been on 75. I've been on 64. I've been on 74. Been on 75. Everywhere I look, the houses are $1.5 million to $2 million to $3 million even. And, rental properties are going for, anywhere from I lowballed it. I went with 1.5 thousand. But I mean, a lot of apartments are going for $2,000, $3,000. Okay, so what is $1,000 today? Well, not much. What is $1 million, especially in regards to buying a home? Nothing. All these houses up and down the strip of I-40 especially, but not limited to I-40, but I-40 especially, they're all going for $1.5 million to $2 million, sometimes even $3 million. Why? I don't know. They just are. That's the prices that are out there, folks. And so I report on them, But anyways, but yeah, as you just saw, because I just posted it, where Google said that, seeing 2 butterflies simultaneously, especially the little white ones, because they're just so cute, they're just cute little butterflies, and they were sitting there, when the second one arrived, they started flying around each other and stuff, and it was very nice. It was a very nice. I wish I could have recorded it, but dummy me, I didn't bring my mobile device with me. I just, thought Sharpie just wanted to go out and use the bathroom real quick, which he kind of did, but it felt so good in that shade, man. I wanted to stay there for a while, but I know we had to get back to the car. But anyways, so yeah, very interesting, huh? Pretty cool. More and more proof that the rough patch is about to come to an end. I hope you trolls are ready, because I'm telling you, man, I think when I get out of this rough patch, you trolls about had the lick. I don't think the gods and goddesses are happy with you. I don't think my ET girlfriend is happy with you. I don't think anybody's happy with you. I mean, anybody that's got a functioning brain is going to be like, hey, wait a minute, these guys have ruined people's lives in the real world. People get upset over shit like that. You don't go around messing with people in the real world. And that's where you made your mistake. If you'd have kept it on the internet, nobody would be able to say or do a thing. But see, you went into the real world and started messing with people in the real world, and now that karma is going to come back on you, man. It's coming back. You can't be messing with people in the real world. Keep it on the internet. Don't branch out into the real world. You'll be fine. But it's too late for that now. Hindsight's always 20/20. You got the karma now. And karma's a bitch, as the saying goes. And she is. And you're going to get it in spades. There's a hater of mine out there who says he thinks he's in with Hecate. Hecate don't like assholes. I can tell you. I know. She don't go for assholes at all. Especially male assholes. Just saying. Anyway, I'll get out of here and went, but I just, I thought I'd do a follow-up on that a little bit. Kind of flesh that out a little bit. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Bye. Alright, there seems to be this recent trend of, hey, I'm going to show my military uniform off and what rank I am and all that. Notice the hat, ladies. Alright, let me tell you something, okay? I'm just going to put it out there. My ET girlfriend is commander of a heavy cruiser and 6 other ships. She corrected me, by the way. She said, no, it's 6. But she corrected me on the heavy cruiser, because I said cruiser, and she said, no, it's a heavy cruiser. And then she corrected me and said, no, it's 6 other ships. Okay, so she is commander of a heavy cruiser and 6 other ships. So I think I got the military thing covered. Okay? So if the military thing is being bandied about to, I don't know, maybe, show solidarity with me, being in the Army, maybe, I don't know, but, my ET girlfriend, she's got the military thing covered, okay? She's got that shit covered, and she's a busy lady, so, but she's got that shit covered, so, y'all can put away your uniforms and your rank insignia, because she's got that shit covered. Whether my human girlfriend has rank or not, or in the military or not, I care not. I don't care either way. Doesn't matter to me, because I got the military aspect covered with my ET girlfriend. Have you noticed, folks, that every state I go into, the ET activity gets awfully quiet? Yeah, it's because my ET girlfriend is a commander. She outranks damn near everybody. So, I mean, But yeah, haven't you noticed that whatever state I go in, the ET noise always gets real quiet? Yeah, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that shit. Because wherever I go, my ET girlfriend goes, and her fleet of ships goes. And you notice, every state I go into, man, the ET activity just suddenly gets quiet as fuck. Why? Because I got a commander. She's a commander. You know, no joke, no bullshit. She's a commander, and they know it, and they get nice and quiet. She can order them around and tell them what to do, you know. But have you noticed that? Have you noticed that every state I go into, all the ET activity suddenly gets real quiet? Yeah, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. And she's crazy about me. I don't know why. Ask her. But for whatever reason, she's crazy about me. She just thinks the sun rises and sets with me. And she has no problem with me having a normal human girlfriend, fiance, marriage, wife, whatever. She has no problem with that. So then the question then becomes, do you as a human have a problem with her being my girlfriend, my ET girlfriend? Do you have a problem with that? If you don't have a problem with that, we're copacetic, man. We're cool. But she has no problem. She has no problem with me. She understands that as a human being, I'm going to need a human wife and have kids and all that good shit. She understands that. So, now let's see if the human girlfriend can be just as understanding as she is. Because a lot of human women are jealous as fuck, man. I've noticed here lately. I don't know why that is. I think it's brainwashing, personally. Because, I mean, think about it. For thousands and thousands and thousands of years, we had polygamy on this earth. Women used to not fight one another. Women used to, they get in the kitchen and help with the cooking and the cleaning and shit. Even as recently as the 70s, I remember as a little boy, you'd have 5, 6 women in that damn kitchen. And there wasn't no fighting or anything. They all had their thing that they did, and they went in the kitchen and they did it. I remember that as a boy. There wasn't no conflict between women back in the day. None. So where did this shit all come from? Brainwashing. Brainwashing you into being alone and isolated. Because if you're alone and isolated, you're easily controlled and manipulated. I can definitely relate to that. Because that was done to me. Or so the trolls think. Isn't that right, trolls? But see, my ET girlfriend is kind of like my ace in the hole. Because ain't nobody going to do shit or say shit about me with her around. No fucking way. And the trolls ain't going to be able to manipulate her like they did Andrea. No, they're not. No, are you, trolls? No. So yeah, she's my ace in the hole. And she outranks me. Which that's fine. That doesn't bother me. That don't bother me a bit. And that's a good topic to bring up too. Because, well, do you mind if a woman makes more money than you? Or do you mind if she has a better job than you? Or do you mind if she... No, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about that shit. That doesn't matter to me. All right. But like I said, I wanted to get on here because I've noticed here recently this rash of women showing up in their uniform and with their insignia and with their rank showing and I don't mind that. I mean, but I just thought I'd better get in there and just put my sly finnig in there. That my ET girlfriend is a commander. And she has a heavy cruiser and 6 other ships. Because she corrected me. I was like, well, how many ships you got? I got 6 ships. Oh, okay. And she corrected me on the heavy cruiser. It was actually kind of funny. I was talking to a friend of mine. And I said, yeah, man, she's got a cruiser, And she literally, right in that instant, right at that second, she pops in my head and she said, no. It's a heavy cruiser. So she corrected me right then and there. Boom, corrected me right then and there and says, no, it's a heavy cruiser. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. But she's still in the shit, So I mean, she like I said, she's got 6 other ships to deal with too, in addition to a heavy cruiser. She's got 6 other ships to deal with, so she's a busy lady. She's got a lot of shit going on, and I understand that too. I'm not stupid. I understand she's a busy woman. She's got shit she's doing, So it's all good, because I've had women, is she going to be constantly around or anything. No, she's busy. She's got shit to do. She's not, and like I said, she's not going to encroach on my human life that much. Other than maybe visit me every now and then. Which hopefully you're copacetic with. Like I said earlier. Hopefully you can be copacetic with that. But I mean, as far as, as far as her constantly being around, no, she's busy. She's commander. She's got her ship and 6 other ships to deal with. She's busy. And, but obviously, if she wants time with me, all she'd have to do is just zap me up there like she did my dogs. They repaired my dogs, by the way. I had an outside dog called Bubby, and he got into it with a deer, and the deer gored him all the way up his chest, from his stomach to his chest. And he comes crawling on the back porch, and I'm like, oh shit, I can't fix this. And I figured he's a goner, man. I mean, his intestines were literally hanging out. And I'm like, oh shit, I can't fix that. And I can't afford to fix it. And so I asked him, I said, hey, if you guys are bored to tears up there and want something to do, would you care to zap Bubby up there and fix him? Well, that next day, I didn't see him at all. And I'm like, okay, well, he's gone. He crawled off to die, right? Because that's what I was expecting. And so he was gone that next day, all day. I didn't see him all day the next day. But the day after that, I go outside, and he's there on the back porch just smiling and panting and wagging his tail. It's like, damn. So I looked at him, couldn't find a seam nowhere. No stitches, no seams. It was as if the deer had never even gored him. Amazing work. Now I know somebody's going to say, well, Vaughn, is that the med beds that people are talking about? Where they throw you in a bed and it heals you? I don't know what they used. I don't know if they did it by hand or if they used a med bed. But one thing I do know is that I couldn't find a seam nowhere. It was as if he had never been gored by the deer at all. Isn't that amazing? That's some amazing work. But anyways, I just wanted to get on here and talk, hey, I'm ex-military. I was in the Army for 8.5 months. I was in the Coast Guard for 6.5 months. And I was in the Naval Sea Cadet Corps for 2.5 years. Okay, so I've got the military thing covered. And my AT girlfriend definitely has the military thing covered. Because she's still in. She's still active duty. All right. And like I said, wherever I go, you notice the ET activity it just gets quiet as a church mouse, doesn't it? Isn't that amazing? Yeah. That's because my ET girlfriend don't put up with no shit. That's why. I guarantee that's why. And she probably outranks damn near everyone. So, I mean, But I wanted to get on here and talk about it because I've noticed a lot of stuff going on with, people whipping out their uniform and their rank and whatnot. And that's fine. But I just want to get on here and say that, I got it covered. Okay. I got that shit covered in more ways than one. Anyways, y'all have a wonderful day and better tomorrow. All right? Bye.
All right, folks. So that's what I got for news stuff, but I can't leave you half the way there, as the song says, folks. So we're going to do a little bit of a vault dive. Nothing too deep. And what was I looking at here? Here's one called Ring My Phone. Not exactly. I've seen this, but it's been a while. So let's check it out.
All right, Christians.
All right, folks.
I'm being bombarded by Christians everywhere, all over the internet. Vaughn, you need to come back to Christianity. That's your problem. You need to come back to Christianity. Look, guys, I appreciate the sentiment. I do. I really, really do. I appreciate the sentiment, but there's a problem with that. The problem is that Jehovah was the one that put me in this predicament. Jehovah was the one that put me in crippling debt so that I couldn't even go out and get a job, and ended up getting my paycheck. When I got my paycheck, it would only say $2 and some change on there. okay, because all my paycheck was going to pay outstanding debt. All right, so I couldn't work, so I had to get self-employed and work under the table, if you will, or try odd jobs or whatever in order to survive. Because if I tried to get a normal job, my paychecks would get taken from me. You can't survive, guys, on a $2 paycheck every week. Okay, you can't. I don't give a damn how good at math you are. A $2 paycheck per week, you can't survive on that. Okay, you just fucking can't. And it was Jehovah that put me into that position in the first place. And the bitch of it is that I didn't even have anything to do with it. In fact, I did everything I could to try and solve the problem. But Jehovah God saw fit to let me get into crippling debt. I mean, you have no idea. You have no idea. If I was to quote you the amount of debt I'm in, it would blow your fucking mind. All right. Jehovah allowed that to happen. Now, you have to admit it. Jehovah allowed that to happen. He could have prevented that from happening at any time. He did not. He allowed it to happen. Then, even despite that crippling debt that he put me in, I still worshipped him. I still worship Jehovah. I would sit there in front of TBN, wait on the Lord, James, wait on the Lord, wait on the Lord, wait on the Lord. And I'm sitting there waiting on the Lord, waiting on the Lord. Waiting on the Lord for what? Waiting on the Lord for a wife and a family. I wanted a wife and family. I'd been divorced. I had lost my wife. My children had died. I was demoralized. I wanted a wife and family. And so I sat in front of the Christian channel, Trinity Broadcasting Network, TBN for short. I sat there waiting on the Lord, waiting on the Lord. Well, days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Months turned into years. And 25 years later, I said, this shit is not working. This shit is not fucking working. So I got off my lazy ass, rejected Jehovah. Now, I kept Jesus because, Jesus' teachings pretty much seemed to be okay. But I rejected Jehovah outright and said, to hell with this. I'm going to go find my own goddamn wife. Went on the singles net. Bam. Found Andrea almost immediately in a chat session. Okay, we got to talking. We found we had a lot in common. We found that we were both conservatives and et cetera, and hit it off real well. And, everything was awesome. Me and Andrea were awesome until this stupid troll shit and CPS shit started. That's when everything went to shit. That's when Andrea started developing her anger issues. Andrea didn't have anger issues before the trolls and CPS. She didn't. I know. I was with her. She did not have anger issues before that. The anger issues were a result of CPS and the trolls. Now, anyway, moving along. Alright, Jehovah allowed these trolls on the internet and CPS and all this other gobbledygook to negatively influence my wife and coerce her into leaving me, ultimately. Jehovah could have stopped that, could he not? I mean, he's all-powerful, yes? Okay, so Jehovah could have stopped that. He didn't. Okay, so for my years, no, scratch that. For my centuries of loyalty to Jehovah, what did I get? I'm now hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. I cannot get a job because if I do, they'll take my fucking paycheck away from me. Not to mention my tax returns. Not to mention everything else. And then the bitch of it is, they don't take the money and actually try to pay off the debt. No. They take the money and they put it on interest. And then next month, the interest is right back again, so they got to put more money on the interest. Okay, so the debt never gets actually paid off. You follow me? Okay, so anyway, I digress. The point is that I had to become self-employed, and I had to start working odd jobs behind the scenes, because that was the only way I could get any damn money. Alright, now Jehovah allowed this shit to happen to me. Despite the fact that I would faithfully served him, and despite the fact that I allegedly had received a promise from him. The promise goes like this: you have a great and glorious future that'll benefit all of mankind. Well, excuse me, Jehovah, but I'm not seeing it, dude. I am hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. My wife is now gone. My previous wife is gone. My previous children are dead. I still thankfully have these children, but who knows what the hell's going to happen on the 26th. The judge might get a wild hair up his ass and give my kids to foster care. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. And judging by the way things are going, it might actually pan out to be that way. Andrea and me, neither one might not get the kids. I don't fucking know what's going to happen. But I tell you this much. If I do lose my kids on the 26th to either Andrea or the foster care, there'll be a cold day in hell before I would even consider Jehovah ever again. You can bet on that. Because I've already lost my 2 children from my first marriage. I can't afford to lose any more children. Okay? I'm trying to build my children up. I'm trying to build up the number of children. Now, speaking of kids, I did want to bring this one up. You know, Andrea expressed to me that she wanted to have 6 children, but yet she told my mother the day she left that I was forcing her to have these children and that she didn't want to have any more children. So it seems, you know, there seems to be some miscommunication there somewhere, folks. Okay, but anyway, I digress. The point is this: it was Jehovah that put me into this mess, despite the fact that I faithfully served him and was loyal to him. I mean, loyal to a fault almost. I was loyal to Jehovah. There was no one more loyal than me. And yes, it was a personal relationship, not just religion. Okay? You know, it was a personal relationship. But, you know, but I'm sorry, Christians. I'm sorry. Until I hear that phone ring and it's my wife saying that she's canceled that dumbass EPO and wants to come back home, you're not going to get me to go back to Jehovah. Ever. Is that clear? Now you say, oh, well, you can't tempt God. That's not tempting God. That's not tempting God at all. In fact, God says, test me now herewith and see if I am not the Lord thy God. Okay, so God himself in the Bible says I can test his ass. Alright, so quit it with the crap. Okay, and besides, a relationship is supposed to be a two-way street. My relationship with God is also supposed to be a two-way street. Okay, so if I ask God to do a menial task, which is basically have my wife to cancel a document and call me, I mean, how hard can that be for the Lord of hosts to do, folks? Hello? It shouldn't be hard for God to do, right? Okay, cancel the EPO and call me. I will go to the courthouse. I will pick up her shit, throw it in the car. Me and her will walk into the courthouse, cancel the divorce, and we could go back home as if nothing had fucking happened. But the problem is that Jehovah allowed this shit to happen. Jehovah allowed these motherfuckers on YouTube to brainwash my wife. Jehovah allowed John Chacon to fill my wife's head full of shit like Von Helton hates you and Von Helton wants to kill you. And you need to go file an EPO against him. You know, God allowed, Jehovah allowed that shit to happen. Okay? This was not the devil that did this shit. No. Jehovah allowed it to happen. Okay? You know, we like to put things off on the devil a little too much too. I don't think the devil had a damn thing to do with this. I think it was the fact that Jehovah allowed it to happen. Very similar to the story of Job, like I alluded to in a previous video. You know, but anyway, irregardless of whose fault it is, how it got started, whatever took place, the point is that Jehovah did not allow this shit to happen to me, particularly in light of the fact that he gave me that promise. You have a great and glorious future that'll benefit all of mankind. Oh, really? I'm hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. My first wife is gone. My 2 children are dead. My second wife is now gone. Great and glorious future, my happy ass. Where is it? I want to see it. Okay? I'm from the show me state, okay? You got to show me this shit. Okay? So no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Christians. I cannot go back to Jehovah until that goddamn phone back there rings. And if it doesn't ring before the 26th, it'll be a cold day in hell before I'll tell anybody that they need to go be with Jehovah. Is that clear? I hope that's clear as mud for you. Now, like I said, I don't mean to be disrespectful. I really don't. But you guys do not know my situation. You have never known my situation. You have no idea what it's like to go and bust your ass for a whole month working in a hard assembly line job, only to get your goddamn paycheck at the end of 2 weeks and find out that there's only $2.50 on it. Okay? You can't fathom that. But I can because I lived through it. busting my ass in an assembly line job and never got nothing to show for it. Nothing. Nothing. Okay? So now you can't possibly understand my situation, but hopefully you do now at least a little bit, okay? But this bullshit that Von Helton is some kind of slacker that mooches off the government and shit. No. No, I've never been that way, ever. The first thing I did when I got here to Kentucky was go down and get me a job at Anvil. That was the first thing I did when I moved down here. Of course, this, you know, the bills and all this other shit, you know, this debt caught up with me and found out where I was working and literally stole my paychecks. Literally, except for $2.50. All right? So I'm sorry. But, you know, there's got to be some changes made. I've got to be able to see some changes before I recommit myself. Because I've committed myself to things before, and I ended up getting burnt as a result, right? Okay, so no, excuse me. So no, that's not the way we're going to play this no more. Homie, don't play that no more. Okay? If you know, if Jehovah really wants me to return to him, then he will have that phone back there ring before the 26th gets here. Because otherwise, I'm staying a pagan, bro. Sorry about your luck. Alright? I hope this clears it all up. Because I've gotten deluged by Christians. You need to come back to being a Christian again, Vaughn. You need to come back, you know. No. Hell no. As Metallica has now famously said, why would I follow a God that failed? A God that failed me financially. A God that failed me personally. A God that allowed 2 marriages now to be destroyed and didn't do jack shit to try and stop it. Why in the hell would I serve a God that would allow me, that made me wait 25 years to get my second marriage, only to let it be taken from me? Are you mental? You guys need to fucking become pagans like me. And at least you can experience a little bit of spiritual freedom. You know, you're not chained down to a God that makes you do shit that you don't want to do. You know. And like I said, man, I'm not knocking y'all. I'm not trying to be offensive here. But you don't know my situation. Alright, you just don't. But now I'm telling you the truth. Andrea had no anger issues until all this CPS bullshit and troll bullshit got started. She had no anger issues. Of course, once all that shit started happening, she had major issues. Fucking slamming all the doors and breaking the doors when she slammed them shut. She would slam them so hard they would actually get stuck. And I would have to unstick the door and bend out the hinges just to get it to work right. Crazy, man. Crazy. But she wasn't like that before CPS. She wasn't like that. CPS and the trolls. She wasn't like that at all, man. It was. I'm telling you, when she first come up here, and before the trolls and the haters, and CPS, it was like fucking Camelot, man. It was. It was like fucking Camelot. Everything was awesome. But you know, and everything happens for a reason. I do believe that. But you know, I'm actually quite hesitant to put this at the feet of the devil, or Satan, or whatever, because Jehovah had the power to stop this shit. Particularly in light that I lost my first marriage and lost my first 2 children. You know, I mean, it seems like Jehovah would have done his level best to protect my family and keep us intact, not let a bunch of assholes on YouTube convince her and lure her away from her husband and her children. You know, that's nuts. So no, I'm sorry, I could never follow the Jehovah God. Now, if that phone back there rings, and it's her saying that she's canceled the EPO, and she's at the courthouse with her shit, mind you, not just by herself, but with her shit, then I will go to the courthouse. I will put her shit in my car. We will walk into that courthouse together. I will cancel the divorce proceedings, bam, immediately, and we will get in my car and go the fuck home as if nothing had ever happened. That is what it will take for me to go back to Jehovah. Are we all clear on this shit? I hope so. And for the record, there's some Christians out there that for some strange reason believe that I'm some sort of neophyte when it comes to the Bible. Yeah, let's see. I have over 35 years of religious study on my belt. Now, admittedly, that was freelance study, but it doesn't fucking matter now, does it? Study is study. I literally got off my ass, went to a library, and started pulling books off the shelf and studying. Okay? I have been approached by the Catholics. I have been approached by the Protestants. I have been approached by everybody in between, wanting me to go to seminary, wanting me to go to, what's the Catholic version? Damn, I forget. Anyway, I mean, I've still got my damn rosary from the that the Catholics gave me. I've still got the damn thing. Where the hell did I put it? Okay, well, it's in this drawer somewhere. Anyway, point is, I've still got my shit that the Catholics gave me. I still got my shit that the Protestants give me. You know, wanting me to go to seminary, wanting me to you know, I mean, hell, if I would have went the Catholic route, I'd probably be a bishop right about now. You know, I probably would. You know, that's no bullshit. But the thing of it is that that's not the path I wanted to go. Sorry, it's not the path I wanted to go, man. I can't serve a God that is going to put me hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt and destroy my marriages. This is 2 marriages he's let it be destroyed now, guys. Okay, 2. All right, I can't let him destroy a 3rd. Okay, no. Okay, I'm done with Jehovah. All right, because if he destroyed a 3rd marriage, that would devastate me. It would, for real. Okay, so I can't let that happen. I'm sorry. You know, now, like I said, I don't mean to be offensive in this video. If you're offended by what I've just said, tough titty said to kitty, because it wasn't my intention. Alright? If you're offended by what I said, then you're the one that needs to check yourself, okay? Because I'm not doing this to be offensive in any way. I'm telling you straight. I'm telling you facts. Okay, and if you can't handle it, not my fault, right? Alright, anyway, that's all I want to do, because, I mean, you know, I got Pastor Phil Bagley, I got Pastor Dave, I got all these other Christians, Keith Truth, and all these other Christians bombarding me. You need to come back to Jehovah. No, I don't. No, I don't. Now, if on the off chance that phone rings, okay, let's do this right here, right now. All right, let's do this right here, right now. I beseech thee, Jehovah God, allegedly the one true God, if thou art the one true God, let that phone back there ring. Let my wife be on it. Let her tell me to my face that she has canceled the EPO and that she has her shit with her at the courthouse and that she's ready to come the fuck back home. Now, if that happens, Jehovah God, I am publicly stating that you will have me as a servant for all eternity. There. Is that fair? Now, is there anybody that says that can't be fair? All right. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. That's absolutely fair. Okay. So now, if the phone rings before the 26th, I will let you all know. But you know what? My wife has been brainwashed so fucking bad. She actually believes I want to kill her, guys. Did you listen to that Dear Andrea video? The Andrea tapes now, the infamous Andrea tapes? She actually believes I want to kill her. She actually believes I hate her and I want to kill her. I feared for my life. That's what she said in the Andrea tapes. Okay? And she probably said worse shit than that, but the goddamn motherfuckers won't release all 2.5 hours of the tape. Because they're a bunch of cowards, they're a bunch of pussies, and they won't release the whole 2.5 hours of Andrea. Why not, motherfuckers? If it's so damning to me, why won't you release it? I'll tell you why. Because you're scared, because you're a bunch of pussies. But anyway, I digress. Point is, Christians, if that phone rings, I will come back to Jehovah. If the phone does not ring, no way in fucking hell. If it comes up on the 26th and she hasn't called to cancel this shit, then I'm sorry. But I will be a pagan for life. For life, man. Alright? We are at a crossroads right here, right now, that in the time of this hearing. If that phone rings, I belong to Jehovah for all eternity. If that phone does not ring and the 26th gets here, I will be pagan forever. So now, the God that you serve now has a choice, doesn't he? Okay? He can choose to make me be his servant if he wants. All he's got to do is make that phone ring. Okay? And if he's an all-powerful, all-loving God, why wouldn't he want my wife to come back to me? Why wouldn't he? Right? I mean, if he really is love, if Jehovah God really is love, then he could put the love back in the heart of my wife. Now, couldn't he? Well, yeah. Okay, so now we're going to see. We will see, folks. I mean, now you say, well, Vaughn, this sounds like you're tempting God. Careful, because I'll remind you that in the Bible, the apostle of God did the same damn thing. In fact, the apostle of God in the Old Testament said, okay, y'all, I'm going to take a bucket of water and I'm going to put a bucket of water over my sacrifice. Anybody remember that story? There was a sacrifice that you had the prophet of God, and then you had the 3,000 members of Baal, and they each had a sacrifice. And the agreement was that whoever sacrifice got consumed by a flaming fire would be the one true God. And so the Baal worshippers were worshiping, and they were praying, and they were dancing around their sacrifice. And the prophet of God poured gallons and gallons and gallons of water on his sacrifice. And it ended up that his sacrifice was consumed by fire, and their sacrifice was not. Anybody remember that story in the Old Testament? Okay, I'm doing the exact same damn thing here right now. The exact same damn thing right now. Okay, so all Jehovah God has to do, make the phone ring. That's it. That's all he's got to do. It's a piece of cake for an all-knowing God, right? And if he does, I'm a Christian for the rest of my life. Just that quick, just that easy, just that simple. All Jehovah has to do, all Jehovah has to do is get my sacrifice to be consumed. Consume my sacrifice. Make that phone ring. Make it be my wife on the other end, saying that she has a forgiving heart, and that she wants to come home, and that she has her shit, and she's at the courthouse waiting on me. Then I will go up to the courthouse. I will load her shit in my car first. I'm not stupid. I'll load her shit in my car first. Then we go in together to the courthouse office. We cancel the divorce, and then we go home together as a couple as if nothing had ever happened. Alright, that's how we're going to play this, Christians. So now, if you truly believe that your God is the one true God, you better be getting him to ring that phone. Because otherwise, I'm going to make it public knowledge that he could not make my phone ring. Guaranteed. Bet on it. It'll happen. Okay? It'll happen. Alright? But anyway, that's it. I probably yacked on for far too long here. This was supposed to have been a short video. But that's it. I'm done. Y'all have a pleasant day. Y'all have a pleasant day and a better tomorrow. See ya.
I'm not going to go out here and bite people on the neck and drain them of their blood, because I know that shit is wrong, and I know that I will be punished to the gods if I do it. So I do a 180. I do a 180, and I say, okay, I'll survive by getting me some steaks out of the damn deli and sucking the blood out of that shit, and I'll leave the damn humans alone, right?
Straight from the horse vagina himself, folks. The guy who denies he ever claimed to be a vampire. I'm just looking through. We got a little more time. Got this one, Von Helton. Wow, what a fucking concept that is. I don't know what that's about. Let's
It's
check it.
1 a.m. as the whole of Norfolk sleeps. Something truly...
If in the future I can figure out a way to protect my kids and maybe make money online, I may be back. But for right now, I'm not seeing it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Alright, it's a compilation thing. Maybe come back to that. Let's, I got a lot of these scattered. Von Helton's Ultimatum. I don't know what the hell. Oh, it's a Honky Tonk Man production, folks.
I'm just a
to listen up. Because I just had a nice little heart-to-heart with YouTube. And I basically told YouTube that they either track you guys down and ban you, permaban you fucking guys. Because if they don't, I take them to court. And I just got through doing an email with them just the other day. Alright? Are you listening, trolls? Are you listening? I basically informed YouTube that my face, my voice, my videos, my still pictures, anything to do with me at all is my intellectual property. And if YouTube violates my intellectual property, I can sue them over that shit, and they know it. So YouTube is going to be coming after you fuckers too, because YouTube doesn't want to get sued. Let's be honest. YouTube doesn't want to get sued any more than anybody else does. So you don't think YouTube is going to start cracking down on you guys? You bet your ass they are. Because I am not playing anymore. Those days are over. Okay? Those days are gone. That ship has sailed. Alright? I've got money now, and I will be going after you fuckers. And if you don't believe me, then you're an idiot. You don't fuck with somebody's kids, guys. Okay? You don't. You don't fuck with somebody's kids. Where you cross the line is when you went from internet to real life. Had you just kept harassing us on the internet, you guys probably would have got away with it. But once you crossed over into the real world, that's actionable. And I can take you to court over it. And I'm going to. One at a time. So one by one, you fucking assholes are going to disappear off the internet. Hopefully permanently. That's what I'm going to be asking the courts for. See, here's a neat thing about this. I can ask the court that part of the agreement is that you never be able to get on an ISP ever again. Not anywhere in the world. Well, Vaughn, you can't do that. Oh, yeah, I can. Oh, yes, I can. In fact, the UN just ratified just the other day the idea of allowing U.S. citizens to go after people across the pond that have violated them over the internet. Did you know that? It's true. It's absolutely true. And the UK, just not long ago, signed a new law making trolling illegal. So if you're calling me from the UK, if you're in the UK right now and you're in this room trolling me, I can have your ass arrested. Bet on it, fuckers. I will. I will do it. I will call them up. I will have your ass arrested. And you don't think I won't? Try me.
I'm just a honky-tonk man. I'm cool. I'm cocky.
Actually, I'm calling from the United States, sir.
Okay, you got the right number there?
My name is James Paul Von Hilton, and I'm calling from James Paul Von Hilton. Von. V-O-N.
Yeah, understand the second bit?
H-E-L-T-O-N.
Yeah. T-O-N, okay.
H-E-L-T-O-N.
From the United States, yeah?
I'm calling from the United States. That's correct, sir.
Okay, how can I help you?
I'm having some problem from some of your people over there. They're calling the government. They're calling the government over here and getting my kids taken away from me, or at the very least having me to go to court all the time. And frankly, I'm tired of going to court all the time. And I was wondering if there was anything you guys could do on that end to keep them from calling my government all the time on me. It's getting kind of old.
Sorry, say again. What are you talking about?
Your people over in your country are calling my government and having my children taken. They're calling Child Protective Services here in the United States. And as a result, I have to go to court all the time.
You've got children there in the United States, yes?
Yes, I have children here in the United States, and they call, and people in your country, right, and yes, yes,
Do you
yes.
have a partner in this country, ex-partner?
Please?
Do you have a partner or an ex-partner in this country?
No, it's not a wife. It's not an ex-wife. It's nothing like that.
These are just people. These are people on YouTube that do not like my opinions, and so they call the government here in my country and try to get my children taken away.
Right.
And
what are you talking about? You're being very clear here. What are you talking about?
They call.
Why? Do you realise you're called now? You're called the police in London.
Right, but you have an internet. You have an internet division, correct?
Right.
Yes. Well, that's.
What is it to do with London?
What is it to do with London? Well, some of the people that are calling are from that area. They're from England.
So you got a specific person who's harassing you, yeah?
Well, what I can do is I can email you the links to their videos. Yes, I can do that.
What are you talking about, sir? What are you talking about? You're not making. I don't understand what you're talking about.
I have to. Okay. One of your citizens over there in England is calling here in the United States. And trying to get and is constantly trying to get my kids seized by the government, and then I have to go to court.
Do you know this citizen?
Do I know him? Not personally, no. Not personally, no. The only way I know him is through YouTube, sir. The only way I know him is through YouTube.
Well, what I suggest you do is you speak to your local police, okay? Speak to your local police there.
Okay. Well, I've already talked with some of your people, and they gave me a number. They gave me a special.
You speak to your local police there, okay? Thank you.
Alrighty. I got the wrong guy, apparently. Because the guy I talked to last time was very cordial and was very well informed. But this guy here is just an ass, I guess. I don't know. He doesn't know what the fuck he's saying or doing, which is unfortunate. But that's okay. I don't think he understood either. But that's okay. We'll get to the right department, and we'll get the shit handled. But anyway, I think I pretty much buried the idea that I don't call Scotland Yard, right? Have I now buried that shit? That I don't call them? Alright, are we done? Okay, because that's another fucking lie that's out there. Oh, he don't actually call anybody. No, that guy sounded like he never even been on the fucking internet, didn't he? This guy is sitting here saying I'm supposed to call the local police. Well, how the fuck is the local police going to help me with somebody that's living in Scotland or England or Wales? Obviously they can't. So this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. I don't know what his deal is. Contact local FBI? Yeah. No, I need somebody in Europe. Yeah, he didn't want to deal and do his job, that's right. Now, you notice when I said, hey, you got an internet division, he clammed up for a minute. Did you notice that? No, local police will not do squat. Local police and CPS are like this. The local police are not going to demand anything from CPS. They are like this. Alright? Now, the highway patrol might demand something from them, but the local police ain't going to do shit. CPS pretty much walks all over them. I already tried talking to the FBI. FBI don't do much. Or if they do, they don't tell me. I need to see what they're saying. Why do I need to see what they're saying? I don't give a fuck what they're saying.
James, can you hear me? On Hilton.
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So, somebody directed me to something called Encyclopedia Dramatica.
Right, it's a hate website. It's designed to look like a Wikipedia page, but it's not. It's a hate website, and it was created by a troll and a hater, and it is for trolls and haters to hate on various people that they don't like. That's all it is hate site. They've been taken down more times than I have underwear. Okay, in fact, they had to go recently to a Norwegian URL because everybody was getting them taken down. And you know, last I heard, the Norwegian government's been notified, and they're thinking about taking them down too, because all they do is promote hate. They don't have any legitimacy to them at all. Most of the stuff that's produced on those pages is either half-truths or flat-out lies, and you know, yeah, it's garbage. It's worse.
Okay.
It's worse than the National Enquirer. Okay.
Right. You have a page that is longer than, I don't know, like Rosa Parks. You know what I mean? Like on.
Yes. I have legions of haters out there who are taking great delight in the fact that my marriage is over, and that they called CPS and tried to get my kids taken away from me. They've tried to have me killed. They've tried to get the CIA after me. They've tried to get the FBI after me. They've tried to get the local police and the state police after me. All of which has failed, of course.
What about all your jobs at Listeners?
So in your jobs that you've had, I just want to make sure, you were never in Kylene, Texas, and if you were, you didn't say that you broke up a pimp's operation, or that
much is true. Yes, that much is true. And in fact, I was even working with local law enforcement in that fact.
It's the one underneath that. It says you said that your balls were exposed to depleted uranium.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I served in the U.S. Army as a tanker, and the Sabo round is a round made out of depleted uranium.
Yeah.
You were a tanker. What was your MOS then?
19 Echo. 19 Echo was my MOS. I was a tanker. My tank was the M60A3 with TTS.
What's this bit about? What's the bit about?
Guys, you're stealing my thunder.
Sorry.
You're a space marine.
I seriously have a question. Did you invent the stealth bomb?
No. What I did was I submitted a design to NASA for a space and atmospheric superiority fighter, and that design eventually became the stealth fighter, minus the ion engines and minus some other modifications that I'd made. But the basic design, the angular design, the V-shaped tail, all of that, still pretty much intact. But they changed it enough to where that they could get away with it. They sold the design to Lockheed. Lockheed produced the aircraft.
Okay, so can I ask
What was this in like 1940?
how old are you?
I'm 51. I'll be 52 this October.
So when did you give them the plans, dude? Like 1945, 46, 50, something like that?
What doesn't it say on the wiki page?
It's fucking impossible.
That's okay. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Talk to me about this 2-time quick draw screwdriver champion. Why am I echoing?
You're breaking up. Let me mute.
Who's got the echo?
Oh, that was Vaughn.
2-time quick draw screwdriver champion. What is that?
That is a joke about my wife, who's schizophrenic and thought I pulled a gun out of my drawer when I was actually reaching for a screwdriver. And she thought I was reaching for a gun.
That's mean.
Well, of course. It's made by haters. It's made by haters, Ermine. You're not going to get the truth on that page.
Okay, well that's what I'm asking you.
Haters, trolls, and
How
naysayers.
about DJ including one of the first rap concerts?
Up in the hizzy.
Now that is true. I did DJ work all over the continental U.S. That is true. That is true.
Amateur?
Yes.
Cryptozoologist.
Yes. Amateur.
Died and came back to life not once but twice.
What's that?
Died and came back to life not once but twice.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, more than twice.
Now, I didn't read through every one of those. I'm sure there's a few. But you have to realize I read through more than half of them. So I would put this to be true. You haven't...
No, because no. Well, you have to understand the reason it's not written it's not written in a way to try to get the truth out or try to tell the truth. It's a way to browbeat me and downplay me and get people to dogpile on top of me. That's what it's for.
What's the punishment? says you were literally the Punisher. It says
I did work for the government that could be construed as something similar to what the Punisher did. That's all. So
you were a ninja type person.
I took ninjutsu. Yes, I am an actual ninja. I took ninjutsu in Dayton, Ohio, under Stephen K. Hayes. Actually, Stephen K. Hayes' apprentice, Mr. Boosie. I was his apprentice. I was Boosie's apprentice, whereas Boosie was an apprentice of Stephen K. Hayes, a Grandmaster of Ninjutsu. So that is true. I am a real, live, living, breathing, fucking ninja. For real.
Right out of the horse's mouth?
Yeah.
That much is true. That much is true, and I'm very proud of the fact that I took ninjutsu training, and I don't shirk from it.
And you did special ops for the government?
I did not serve in special ops. I did work for the government. Let's leave it at that. I did work for the government.
So was the Punisher actually based on you, do you think?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if like I said, I don't know if Kirby came out with the idea of the Punisher before me or after me.
Is it true that you... Oh, sorry.
I would say he probably came up with the idea of the Punisher before I did, but one thing is for sure. He got the idea from somewhere.
Is it true that you invented internet abbreviations?
Yes. I was a beta tester for AOL, and I came up with abbreviations like BRB and AFK. I'm the originator of those abbreviations.
You get that shit on copyright?
Yeah.
Did you copyright BRB?
No, I didn't
Is that legit,
copyright
dude?
nothing. I didn't copyright nothing. No, I didn't. At the time, I probably didn't even know what copyright was, to be honest. But I was beta testing AOL. I also beta tested other shit too. I beta tested Genie. I beta tested Prodigy. I beta tested, let's see, what was it? What was some other business software? I beta tested a lot of business software. And I beta tested a lot of games too. And I modded a lot of games.
Our Citizen, right?
I'm working on Star Citizen. I've got a few ideas in my head.
What are you working on now?
Ships mostly, but there's some other things I've got that I'm thinking about doing. I'm not going to elaborate. Because if I elaborate on it, somebody else is going to do it.
Throw a freaking teaser out there and leave me hanging, buddy. Come on.
No, because
I've seen some of your designs on Star Citizen. I've watched your videos on them. I know.
I'm not going to reveal what other things I'm doing because somebody else will get out there and beat me to the punch. No.
That's why I'm confused about the stealth aircraft, because that was the first stealth technology was begun by the Germans, the Horton.
I'm well aware of Professor Horton and his flying wing. I am very well aware of it. I am also well aware of the V1. I'm also well aware of the variations that what's the millionaire mogul? He did the Spruce Goose. Mr. Hughes.
So you invented the stealth fighter in what year then?
No, I didn't invent a stealth fighter. You keep misquoting.
Oh, I see. Okay, your first design.
No. I invented a space and atmospheric superiority fighter.
Right.
I designed it. I did the hydraulics, and I did the engines.
When was
I did not
this?
do the rest of it.
What, you invented an ion drive?
No, I did not invent the ion drive.
All
the
right.
ion drive already existed.
Right.
I can't invent something if it already exists.
Okay, I'm just asking. When was this then that you?
Well, that's
when did you submit your
that's
design?
That's the trolls talking.
When did you submit your design for this aircraft?
Back when I was young.
What year?
I don't remember the exact year. Somewhere around here, my mother still has the original transcripts from my conversations with NASA. somewhere.
You can't get important things like dates mixed up in here, Mark, alright?
Do what?
Rough date, 1985, 1982.
I don't. Like I said, I was a teenager. I don't remember. I was a teenager. I don't remember.
So what year age were you? 18, 17?
Somewhere around there, I guess. Yeah, I was young.
So that would have been around about 62, 70, about 1970.
I guess somewhere around there. I don't know. But I did not design the stealth fighter. They designed the stealth fighter off of my design. My father, me and my father went to the mall. Quit laughing. It's not funny.
Dude, the stealth fighter was out.
Me and my father went to the mall, and on the bookshelf was a copy of Popular Science magazine. And on the cover was the stealth fighter, and my father pointed at the magazine and said, "That looks like your design." I said, "Yeah, it does." So my father can confirm this shit. Okay, this is not something I'm pulling out of my ass or making up out of the blue.
Oh, I know that Adam's grandfather worked on it, he said, the design as well. I think.
Who invented pizza? The Italians invented pizza.
It's interesting to hear all this from the horse's mouth that people read about, that was all.
It's all true.
No, it all isn't true.
What's the Fort Hood thing?
It's not true. What?
Something to do with Fort Hood as well, I think.
Mark, stop.
It says that you guarded the empty gold box at Fort Hood.
I did guard duty at Fort Hood, but not over Fort Knox. I did guard duty for something else.
There's some ridiculous stuff written about you, obviously. I mean, it says that you once used the Force from Star Wars on a groundhog.
I did, actually. I did. I used chi. You know what chi is?
Yeah, but so that's not.
Yes, well, if you know what chi is, that's what I used.
You're an amateur chemist, a cowboy.
Yep, my mother still has pictures of Trigger, our horse. A gold horse. With white hair. I think it was 11 hands, if I recall correctly. Very pretty horse.
What? You also mentioned you had.
How much is the measurement of a hand with horses? I forget.
4.5 inches.
Something you stopped the Italian mafia on 2 occasions. It says.
Okay.
Maybe.
Find something convinced you, and I'm assuming it was empirical evidence.
You've had quite an eventful life then.
I've had a very rich and full life.
Well, I've never been in a room with a real ninja before.
Now you have, sir.
Yeah.
Now you have.
I'll tell my kids later.
It is a story worth telling.
It's incredible.
He will be remembered for years past. Let me tell you, dude.
I mean, that's terrible that NASA stole his plans for that. He could have been a multi-billionaire by now.
What would a man of his stature and what would he do with mere dollars?
Yeah,
nothing to the man. He'd give it all away.
Yeah, but it seems that even that honor was taken away from him.
Well, Von Helden, bro.
Yeah, it's just. Wow.
And folks, I think that's where we're going to end it this evening. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out. Please thumbs it up on your way out. Share it with your friends. Don't hurt yourself with it. It's not a toy, folks. But, yeah, we'll keep you posted as more develops. in the bright future of our lulz cows, I'm sure, shit'll hit the fan more with this Shanny Rev situation. We'll keep our eyes on that. And of course, all things Von Helton, folks, your one-stop shop. Thank you very much for joining once again this evening. And that's all I really have to say. Ladies and gentlemen,